You know what's fresh? I just checked Reverb Nation charts, and interestingly, somehow, some way, even though we haven't paid for any advertising whatsoever, 49504 is still at the top of the charts, man. It's really interesting. And, man, I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you who is an absolute 100% true fan. I mean that, man. Some people, they just don't believe it, man. When, you know, well, that's not what I meant. What I mean is that some people feign, that is fake, sending out props to their, to their fans, man. They're just jerks and dicks, man. But I actually like fans, man. And I support my fans with energy, man. And I really, truly do, man, appreciate each and every one of you who's a true fan. Man, because we do this together, man. We energize, we synergize, and look at the movement, man, that we've created. I mean, straight up, look, I listen, man, I was a coach. I was a coach before I moved the operation to here in New York. I had been an after-school coach, man, in the, for the county schools. And so I did that. And I was also a private school instructor, English, math, science. I've talked about this a lot, so this isn't about that. The point is, man, that, coming from a background in sports, man, myself is an athlete, young adult athlete. Because, man, I was a distance runner. I was a sprinter. I did the 50-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 400 meter. And I would also do we used to call it the broad jump, but they call it the long jump. Now, I mean, it was always interchangeable, but now they call it the long jump. And I've heard that in schools, they don't do the 50-yard dash anymore. Because I've talked to, like, young dudes that, like, do track. I'm like, oh, will you play sports? And like, yeah. And I'm like, well, what do you play? Track and field. I'm like, oh, for real, man? That was my sport, too. And then when I bring up 50-yard dash, they're just like, blank. And I'm like, yeah, dude, there used to be a 50-yard dash. They're like, no way, get out of here. And I'm like, yup. They're like, whoa, that's weird. And I'm like, I know, right? But see, during my time, when I was running track, dude, it wasn't weird. It was normal. So, man, growing up with a bunch of dudes, man, who played sports, we all played sports together, man. And then when the gangs started to migrate out from LA and came to our neighboring towns, we're like, shit, here we go. Reds and blues, greens and browns, pinks and whites, blacks and grays, whatever color, man. Purples and fucking, chartreuses, whatever, dude. I don't know, periwinkle. Oh my goodness, man. Yeah, but it wasn't funny though, dude. It wasn't funny. So I've talked about that a lot, man. So I've talked about the gang life, dude. And when we went from sports to gangs, I was like, oh shit, this is fucked up. I don't want to do this. And then it was like, well, but we pretty much have to. So yeah, that was a crazy sport, dude. Fucking gang life. But it's not really a sport. For those of you out there who are considering joining the gang, do not ever do it. One Sir Grove says, don't fucking do it. So yeah, man, but I'm a humble dude though, actually. I'm actually a humble guy. Like, I'm actually really chill dude. Like, I can do energetics and I can get it amped up like a nuclear submarine, like I say in my raps. Amped up like a nuclear submarine. You know what I'm saying, man? I can do that. But really, dude, I'm just a chill dude. Like, really? Like, how I just said that? Like, really, I'm just a chill dude. I really am just a chill dude, man. I really am just like a quiet guy. I do this for entertainment purposes. And the reason why I do it for entertainment purposes, man, is to take care of La Familia. That's right, dude. That's right. Because, dude, I come from a traditional American family, man. And we have American traditions. and I have to take care of senior folks, man. I used to work in senior care too. A lot of people don't know that. I actually worked in senior care too. Done a lot of shit, man. Worked in a lot of different areas, man. Done a lot of different things. Commercial deliveries, writing content, writing copy. What else, man? Peer editing papers for college, undergraduate, and graduate students. Let's see, shit. Y'all know that I was a private school instructor in a Korean private school. I taught K through 12, some college and some college graduate students. I mean, fuck, dude, I was a whiz kid, man. But I'm humble about it, though. You know what I mean? Like, I'm chill, dude. Like, I'm a chill, humble dude. But yeah, man. So, when I went on Reverb Nation, I'm like, a lot of people don't understand Reverb Nation, man. They don't realize how many people are on there, and they hear me talk about it. They're like, Grove, you talking about that website again where you guys have been, like, #2 in New York? And I'm like, yes, I am. Reverb Nation, listen, man. If you fucking think that you're a rapper, dude, if you think you got skills, man, try to get up on Reverb Nation and see what number you can hit, man. Try LA. Try Los Angeles, California. Try Chicago, Illinois. Try New York. I mean, just try it, man. Get you a little microphone. You know, if you don't already have one, get you good, solid, clean mic or not. You know, I started with the dirty mic, man. Little Radio Shack mic. Wasn't really Radio Shack, but might as well have been. Shout outs to the old school Radio Shack. But nah, man, I had a little digital microphone. Had just like a little digi mic. And I mean, it wasn't pro audio, man. It was like just to like experiment with and master my style. And because I wasn't trying to invest at the time, man, before I was making more money, man, when I was like at the tail end of like school, before I went heavy into the industries outside school, I had a fucking, I didn't want to invest in a higher quality mic. I'm like, fucking why? And mics used to be expensive as fuck. Like if you wanted a fucking pro audio mic, man, you used to have to shell out some like thousands of dollars, right? And so I'm like, yo, I'll just go to the fucking studio and pay a fucking engineer in a big studio, you know, to rock like on that level. But when I was just at the lab, you know what I'm saying, of my own lab making, you know what I'm saying? Like when I was just with the fellas and shit, rocking, you know what I'm saying, underground or whatever, just getting that Grovey D style down, you know. Alpha Analytical Grove Numeric X, man. Oh, I said, what did I say in the one? I said, I did the one rap, man, called Creeping Up Out of the Darkness. Ally, you. Oh, it's yeah. It's okay. So the chorus was like, creeping up out of the darkness. Ally, you can't see. Blinded by the light, time to face reality. Creeping up out of the darkness. Ally, you can't see. Blinded by the light, time to face reality. That was Tot Loon who busted the fucking chorus. All right. The whole shout outs to Tot Carlo, aka Tot Loon. He was with ICM Inner City Merchants, similar to like how ICP and the Juggalos. By the way, I was just checking out the Juggalos behind the scenes, man. Shout outs to the Juggalo movement, man. And yo, FB motherfucking I. Listen up, man. Listen up. F fucking B-I. Juggalos are not a fucking gang. Cause if they were, yeah. But if they were, but they're not. So, yeah, dude, the Juggalos are dope. Man, I was listening to fucking Esham, first and foremost. Kid Rock, ICP. That's how I found out about Eminem, man, from the D. That is Detroit. Was listening to acid rap, man. Esham A. Smith, the unholy poet. He said, what does Esham say in the one rap? He says, running from the cops like Al Capone, going Rambo on these suckers like Sly Stallone. I got a gat in my pants like it's part of my belt. Suckers scared like butter, so they start to melt. I stand solid like concrete in Detroit streets. What a rich man throws away is what a poor man eats. When I was 5, my mind started to blow up. Told my teacher, I want to be like Hitler when I grow up. When I was 7, I disregarded the laws of heaven. I went to church on Sunday and I cussed out the reverend. When I was 10, I started committing sin, witchcraft and voodoo with needles and pins. When I became an adolescent, I never learned my lesson, putting holes in motherfuckers with the fucking Smith & Wesson. Homicidal, vital, recital, Esham's my title. Yo, that shit, man, hey, shout outs to Esham A. Smith, the unholy poet. But yo, man, that Hitler shit was ill, bro. I was like, yo, this nigga said he wanted to be like Hitler when he grew up. That ain't kosher, bro. That ain't, bro. Bro. No. That shit was evil, man. That fucking album, Booming Words from Hell. I saw that shit in the fucking, in the tape store, back when there were tapes, no CDs. And I was like, what the fuck is this? And it was like Booming Words from Hell. And, anyway, the shit was evil as fuck. And, the shit was fucking pure evil, dude. I mean, his eyes are fucking on fire and shit. He's wearing a bomber jacket. It has the devil blowing a wish. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, that's ill, bro. I'm talking, he's rocking a Letterman's jacket, okay? Bomber jacket, Letterman's jacket, right? He has the fucking Real Life Productions, REEL, like a reel to reel. And I'm like, yo, this nigga's evil. Like, no joke, like evil. Like, not even, no, like possession type shit. Because who does this? This ain't even fucking funny. Booming Words from Hell is probably one of the evilest fucking rap albums. Like, that shit is satanic as fuck. I mean, dude, I'm just being honest, man. It is satanic. Really, truly fucking satanic. And I was like, yo, but you know, I'm a rock and roll dude too. You know what I'm saying? I come from a background of like rock and roll, like listening to like, you know, fucking death metal, speed metal, black metal, fucking metal, like rock, right? So when I saw Esham, I was like, yo, and plus he's got that whole rock and roll thing going on, the whole like rock and roll, you know, and the rap and the acid rap, so it's all trippy and weird and psychedelic and hallucinogenic, and it's all like flames of hell, booming words from hell. Esham A. Smith, the unholy poet. Imagine you're a fucking 15-year-old kid and you see that shit in the record store, you'd be like, hold up. You'd be like, hold up. Like, this shit is what? Who the fuck is an Esham? First of all, who the fuck has the name Esham and then A. Smith? Like, that sounds like Aleister Crowley type shit. The unholy poet. And then he doesn't even call himself a rapper on the cover. He's like, I'm a poet and I'm unfucking holy. And then he has the flames of hell behind him. The album is titled Booming Words from Hell. So he lets you know his lyrics are from fucking hell. And he's rocking a bomber jacket that looks hella tight. Like ultra dope. You're like, what? Maybe I should become satanic. Like this dude. What? And then he has the patch that says REEL, real, like real to real. I know I already said that. Life Productions. And I'm like, yo, this is the evilest shit I've ever fucking seen in media. Like, this dude, I don't think this guy's joking. I don't think this is made up. He made that album when he was 13 years old. And I was like, okay, this nigga is satanic. Like, come on, man. When you listen to the album, he sounds like an adult. He was 13 fucking years old. He said, sold myself, no, he said, sold my soul for gold. Yeah, sold the devil my soul for gold. The story is told. I'm the exorcist. Yo, I was like, what? Dude, I'm 15 at the time, right? And that album had been out for a minute because I kept seeing it and I seen it and seeing it. And I was like, okay, apparently I'm supposed to buy this. So I buy the thing, right? I take it home. I played it. And it was like, I was like, huh, what? Because it starts off and it's kind of like funky. Like there's like, it's like funky. He's like sitting down in the crack house, earning my pay. If some bass head jump crazy, y'all just blow him away. And I was just like, yo, this nigga on some street satanic shit. Like this nigga's like, I don't know, man, sounding like gang active, selling D in the D, and he fucking sold his soul to Satan. What? Dude, that album is fucking illmatic. Now, I'm not promoting Satanism. I am not satanic. I am Judeo-Christian. I am not pro-Hitler. I am anti-Hitler. Okay? Anti-fascist, but I'm not Antifa. Okay? So, point is, man, dude, Booming Words from Hell, that shit blew the fuck up, man, and Esham became super fucking famous. And Mastermind and TNT from Natas, Natas, which is Nation Ahead of Time and Space. Obviously, it's Satan in reverse, but the acronym, according to them, TNT and Mastermind, Mastermind they had the one track, Wake the Dead, Wake the Dead, Wake the Dead, Wake the Dead. He said, what did he say? The witch was on the something. Now it's time to teach your old dog new tricks. You can't learn, so I burn your holy Bible. Let's take a trip into my mind. I'm suicidal. I was like, what? This shit is nuts, dude. Esham A. Smith, TNT Mastermind, the whole fucking acid rap scene, they started it. Then I heard the Juggalos, ICP, okay? Insane Clown Posse, which later became Inner City Merchants. You feel me? No. My homie Tot Loon was with Inner City Merchants, okay? ICP did not become Inner City Merchants. They were Inner City Posse, Inner City Posse, Inner City Posse. That's what ICP was, okay? The pre-Juggalos. On the West Coast, my homies, some of them, I'm not Crip, never was, but some of the Crip homies that I know from my neighborhood that rap with me and Criminal Alliance, in other words, Bloods, Crips, basically like the Bangin' on Wax albums that came out. Bangin' on Wax is an album that came out, if y'all don't know about it, where Bloods and Crips came together and they basically banged on wax, but it was like a peace treaty, you know what I'm saying? So that's what Criminal Alliance was and is. It's homies, you know what I'm saying, from the West Coast, from Bay Area on up, you know what I'm saying? That is Northern California. I mean, it doesn't have to be Northern Cal. In fact, that's not even accurate, man. Because Sen, the Soul Stealer, is from SoCal. He's from Southern California. So just the whole West Coast, man. Like, anybody... Well, but you see, Sen came along later, and, you know, he went on to become prolific and the creator of L4, Level 4. So, that's my dude. That's my guy, man. That's the homie right there. But nah, before that, it was, well, no shit. Now that I think about it, actually, that's accurate, but that's not even 100% accurate in terms of, it was all West Coast, man, because Loot Money was out in San Diego. Loot, haven't talked to you in a long time, homie. But if you're hearing this podcast right now or at some time frame, was it San Diego? Loot had been somewhere in fucking California, just like I had been in the Oakland Bay area, Hayward, California, working out there and shit. Your boy, if you're a true fan, wants to grow, working for a construction company. In Hayward, California, with my fucking ball cap that said DIE, Deep in Everett Posse, rocking that shit in California. They was like, what does that stand for? And I was like, Deep in Everett fucking Posse. And they're like, where's Everett? And I was like, come on, dude, stop it. Nah, see, at the time we was putting Everett on the map, and cats from California, they had no fucking idea. I was like, well, you know where Seattle is? And they was like, we've heard of that place. It's very far from here, right? I was like, boy, yeah, motherfucker, you's in the gang. You supposed to know where shit is. Especially if you's doing dirt. You supposed to know where the drug fucking routes is and shit. I'm not promoting drugs. But I'm saying these niggas they're like, we've heard about that place. So that's to the north, right? And I was like, right. So anyway, man, I was in this boys' home and shit. We weren't supposed to wear gang colors and shit, so they took my ball cap. The husband and wife that ran the place and shit over the summer, it was a neutral zone. And we put our flags up, you know what I'm saying, in the room and shit. But sometimes, like, we'd sneak in there and we'd look at our different fucking crowns, like our ball caps that were, like, there for when we left. And we'd have our flags all ironed up, like, right next to our crowns and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, the one dude, he was telling me some shit, man. And I was just like, damn. And then someone else was telling me, like, yo, some of those kids, man, their parents abuse them, put cigarette butts out on them and shit. And I was like, yo, that's fucking illy. Like, that's just wrong as fuck. But some of these kids, man, they were hardcore gangbangers from fucking, from LA, from California, from Sacramento, from all over. And, so anyway, your boy Grove was out there in the Oakland Bay area. And, so when I went back up to Washington State through Oregon, shout outs to Oregon. I always used to laugh when people would call it that. I happen to be from Oregon. And I was like, that's my Dave Chappelle impression. Shout outs to Dave Chappelle and his white man expressions, impersonations. I love Dave Chappelle. Never met him, man, but man, salute. But, so, and I'm half white, so it's not like I'm doing an impression. It's like really me. But, yeah, dude, so, well, I'm half like peach skinned or whatever the pigment is, because there's no such thing as white or black. We just say that and we all play along, right? But you know what I'm saying. So, where was I now? So, yeah, they were like, yeah, Seattle. So and I'm like, yeah, it's to the north. And so then I went back up north, right? And then, the homie Tot from, Riverside Soldier, fellow Riverside Soldier, 151 Riverside Hood. RIVERSIDE HOOD. I'm from the Riverside Hood. My name is Once a Grovey D. That's how we rock, man. So the homie Tot Loon, aka Tot Carlo, he was with ICM. Fuck. First I reversed the shit with ICP. Now I'm saying inner fucking city merchants, man. Inner city fucking merchants. So while we're rocking out left coast in the mid coast, right? The mid coasters, man, in the Midwest, in the dirty D, the Detroit cats, man. They've got ICP. We've got ICM. Now I wasn't ICM, but we had ICM out in the Puget Sound, Pacific Northwest, PN Dub, and so our style. Though we didn't take inner city. In fact, inner city merchant, we had never even heard of inner city merchants. We had never even heard of fucking ICP because Esham came along first. And then apparently, I mean, ICP, according to what I've heard, they had been gang, like they had their street gang in Detroit, right? And then later, ICP with the Juggalos, they came after Esham. We had been listening to Esham. We didn't even know who ICP was until ICP came out later after Esham. ICM was already underway, like out west. So like ICM didn't copy ICP. And there's no one that ever said that was the case. I'm just making that clear. And I'm sure inner city Posse I'm sure Inner City Posse was a long-running, like, street organization, the same as Inner City Merchants was. And, I mean, honestly, man, like, a lot of the cats that I know, man, from the West Coast, on the Crip side, like, Crips from my neighborhood and shit, rolling 60s, rolling 90s, South Seattle, Holly Hoovers, and then, of course, you've got Sereños, who are different, separate. They're, they're Spanish-speaking vatos, essays, locos. Those are the homies. I know same equally some norteños. In our neighborhood, man, it's weird because all the gangs are right there together. So, you go to a party, man, there's someone from this gang, that gang, this gang, that gang, this gang, that gang. Like, you be in a house, man, and there'll be some 13s and 14s, some Bloods and some Crips and this and that and that and this, all under the same roof. Motherfuckers just be hitting the weed, drinking. Who knows, man? Could be a fight, could erupt into gunfire. I'm just saying. But a lot of times, man, it was just peaceful, dude. It really was. Because people saw the money that could be made, like, working together, like gangs that are, historically at odds with one another, that are, like, against each other, that actually end up working together. And then it's like, whoa, getting that green, right? Getting that green. You know what I'm saying? Fetty, Luciano, stacking ends, man. Getting ends, paper, cheddar. Yeah. So some people call it guap. We never called it that shit. That's corny. I mean, it is what it is. It's a new jack term. I mean, it's been around for a long time. Some people like it. I think I've used it in a rap here or there. Getting my guap on. No, I never said that, but I probably used it somewhere. But I always thought it was weird. I'm like, guap, like guacamole, like the green. Is that what you mean, man? The green. I don't know the etymology or, where it's derived, from where it is derived. You see how I put the preposition at the beginning and I reversed it? So, any fucking who. So Booming Words from Hell was interesting, man. It was pivotal because that was a game changer. That's when shit got crazy as fuck. Like, whoa, shit just got dark. Motherfuckers was like, cause we had our own street militant militia style, okay? Street militia. I mean, let's just be honest, man. Some gangs are organized like militias. So they basically are militias. Federal government doesn't want to admit that, but it's absolutely correct. And as I speak like this, I sound like that dude. You know who I'm talking about? The guy who comes on the guy who comes on the Tekashi 6ix9ine video. I believe it's Scum Life. And he's talking about how corporations, they're all rigged up and how the United States is against its own people. You know who I'm talking about. So any fucking way. I love that. That Scum Life shit is nuts. He says, motherfucking Scum Life. He said, I don't give a fuck, motherfucking Scum Life. Oh, man, Treyway fucked up big time. Dude, they had something really good going, dude. Fumbled the bag. I mean, can niggas play football or what, or not? You know what I'm saying? It's like, dude, you get the bag and then you fumble it. It's like, that shit was absurd, okay? Like, you guys are making, like, shoddy millions of dollars don't satisfy you. You're not content, motherfucker. You need to steal from the bag, okay? Like, from your cash cow, your bread and butter, your so-called homie, man. Supposed to be your fucking B-dog, man. We're in the same gang, nigga. Yeah, this is United Blood Nation, nigga. And where I come from, it's not a crime to be a fucking gang member. So, Shotty, what's up, dog? One Sir Grove, you be in right motherfucking here. Why, dog? Why'd you have to do it, man? Huh? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, man. I'm from Douche Tray. You're from 9 Tray. I'm from 23rd Street. You're from 9 Tray, nigga. Treyway is what you be, and Douche Tray is what I be. Yeah, but it's all United fucking Blood Nation. You be in or you fucking be out. Yeah, I don't know, man. These motherfuckers, they get some money, man, and they just don't know how to control themselves, man. Shit was corny. I mean, I could see in Tekashi's eyes, man. You know what I'm saying? Since, you know, they're part of the same nation that I'm from. You know what I'm saying? And I'm older than them, and I was in the gang before they were. I could see it in his eyes, man. He just wanted to fucking do music, dude. That's all he really wanted to do. He got in deep, man, and he was just like, yo, this is some dark shit. Like, fucking Jesus, goddamn, motherfucking Christ. Like, whew, I just want to make music, man. Oh, my God, Shotty, we got to go on another shooting spree. I guess I got to do this as part of the gang shit. Hold up my end of the bargain. Let's go. I'm just like, dude, I mean, listen. The motherfucking Bloods gang that I come from, if you come up on a lick like millies, dude, if you make mills, you stop gang banging. What the fuck? These kids are fucking just not acting properly. You know what I'm saying? They are improper. Shit is not fucking kosher. But, you know, what do they know about kosher, man? I'm saying I'm Judeo-Christian. They throw up 5-point stars, you know, with pseudo-Islamic, you know what I'm saying? Literature behind them. Pseudo-Islamic literature behind them. You know what I'm saying? They hit up 5s on the East Coast, man. They throw up 5s, the 5-point star. You know what I'm saying? Pseudo-Islamic ideologies. We don't do that out west, not where I'm from. Nope. So, I'm just saying, man, some Bloods, they believe that they fall under the 5. And when I was in the Midwest, when I was in Chicago, they were like, well, you do know that since you're a Blood from the West Coast, that technically you do fall under the 5. And I was like, well, I've heard that. And then, you know, I'd pull out the CD, man. Hey, winning records, dog. And it had the 6-point star on it. And they're like, there seems to be a discrepancy here. And I was like, yeah. It appears that there is a conundrum now, I would say. Indeed, I concur. Fucking touche. But it was cool, man. You know, I didn't have any fucking beefs, man. And it was all gravy, man. They were just like, And I was like, My dad was like, man, I don't know. You told me, man, what the fuck, man? This shit has a 6-point star on it. And I'm like, yeah, of course it does, because you used to be a Christian and you were Judeo-Christian, but now you've decided to be Muslim, and sorry, dude, it's got a 6-point star on it, and that's the way it's gonna fucking stay and be. I'm sorry, dude. Like, I'm not even really apologizing. So, I'm just saying, dude, like, you know, people choose their own pathways, man. So, at any rate, oh yeah, shout outs to peace on earth and peace between various different religions. I'm just saying, man, it'd be better if people were just peaceful, dude, and they coexisted in peace and love and harmony. I know, utopian dreams and ideals, right? So altruistic. Back to earth. So, yeah, man, so fucking anyway, that was like when Esham dropped. In other words, came out, dude, that shit was fire. Literally, flames of hellfire. And we were just like, holy fucking Jesus. So that sparked off a whole new era of rap. When I was in Oakland, I told y'all that, who follow the podcast, that there had been, on the radio, I heard this brother come on one night, and he was like, enter a new realm, a new dimension. Pay close attention. And I was like, what? Did this motherfucker just say, enter a new dimension. Pay close attention. I was like, yes, he fucking did. Who the fuck is this? Similar to Esham. This cat was on some Black Power shit. And I was like, what? Like the Black and I was like, oh, right, I'm in Oakland. Home of the whole shit. Like, man, this is where the Panthers are from. I'm like, this dude is on some black militancy shit with some like power fists. And I was like, what? So I heard this kid, and I believe they were like debuting for the first time. So I was like, saying it's brand fucking new. man, I'm not with, like race supremacy, man. I'm against all that. But let me listen to this brother speak in the same way that Malcolm spoke. Because, dude, I'm a huge Malcolm X fan, man. I love when Malcolm changed his mind, dude, and he realized that the races being pitted against each other and religions being pitted against each other, he realized that it was all fucking nonsense, man. When he left NOI, when he walked away from Lois Ferrycon, and he was just like, yo, I'm done with Lois, man. I ain't fucking with these niggas. Pivotal time in world history, right? So, I'm listening to this brother speak. So I went out and got his album, man. Paris. The Devil Made Me Do It album. Now, peep game. Esham and Paris, as far as I know, have absolutely nothing to do with each other on this planet. Maybe they've met each other. I have no fucking idea. I haven't met either of them. But in the world of rap, they seem diametrically opposite. Well, actually, you know what? That's not true. I don't know Paris's, religious background. I know that he used to be with NOI. I believe he walked. I don't know if that's true. Don't quote me on that. But I believe I saw some interview where I think he was in Germany or something like this. And by the way, Paris, man, the reason I like Paris and I wrote him a letter and he responded, he sent me some email and I framed it on my wall and shit. I was like, yo, this email's from the rapper Paris. Dude, one of my idols. Paris, dude, is one of the most intelligent rappers, man, that I've ever listened to in my lifetime. And he graduated with a degree, I believe, in economics from UC Davis, if I'm not mistaken. It's all from memory. Don't quote me on this. Paris, I'm sorry, man, if I got your alma mater and everything academically, background-wise, wrong. My bad, brother. But no, I respect Paris, man. I respect Paris. I really, truly fucking do. I know that he's on some shit that's a little bit different than me. Like I think, from what I've seen and read and heard over the years, I think he's like anti-Freemasonic. I'm not against the Freemasons. I don't dislike them, and I'm not saying that he is either. But he has made some comments about Skull and Bones and George Bush and these guys. And, I support George Bush, man. Fucking and 1 and 2 all day. I'm just being honest. Just fucking being honest, man. That's all that Grover can do. But, on some of the shit that he talks about, like police brutality and shit like that, I'm like, yo, I grew up on the fucking West Coast, man. And it's not just, white cops, black cops too. Black, white, mix, whatever. Just crooked police, man. Not all of them, because I've worked in law enforcement myself. But I'm saying, man, back in the day, dude, before that body cam shit was hella corrupt, y'all already know the story and the history of it all. How the West was won. I used to rock Paris, man, and the homies, the white homies, the Caucasian, because, shit. I mean, the town I come from, it's predominantly, was, universes, it's all different now. Neighborhood where I used to live, it was predominantly, like, Southeast Asian, you had a lot of people from all kinds of different, just all over, man. But blacks, and Vietnamese, Cambodian, Laotian, man, that same neighborhood, Russian today. It's like, what? World's different, man. World's different. But back in the day, man, the town that I come from was predominantly white, Caucasian. And we're talking about a city. Well, they call it a city, but it's a town. It's a cross between a town and a city. About 95,000 people, man. Even up to like the year 2000. The 200-year history of the town that I'm from, town has only had not even 100,000 people. That's how small the town is that I'm fucking from, yo. And it was gang banged out. Trap spots, dope houses, lowriders, gunshots. I'm just saying, man, it's not funny. Hey, man, I do this as part of, like, personal therapy, you know what I'm saying? Because being fucking shell-shocked, man, from the West Coast, man, from going out with the street militia, man, on a daily for survival for all those decades, man. Jesus fucking Christ. Talk about PTSD, man. Drug war shit. West Coast fucking goddamn drug war shit. You feel me? So I talk about it, man. And when I talk about it and I go back in time through memory, you know what I'm saying? And transcendence of it all, I'm like, yo, oh yeah, okay, so I'm putting it in perspective. Looking back, hindsight's 2020, right? Because back then I was anti-establishment, disestablishment, kind of. I'm just saying, you got to play the role, man, to survive in the gang. So fuck the police and the whole government, right? They're like, yeah. But you're like, dude, I got to get out of this shit. It's crazy, right? This shit is crazy, blood. But I mean, listen, man. I'm from Bloods gang, dude. It's official. I mean, you know, some kids, they just pick up a bandana from the little grocery store, man, and they put it on and they're like, yo, I'm in this gang. And you're like, yeah, sure, we totally believe you, dude. I'm from a bona fide West Coast Bloods gang. I'm not here to condone it, and I'm not here to embellish it or glorify it. Like I said, if you are thinking about considering joining a gang, do not fucking do it. Yeah. But, that's what I did. And, anyway, these are true stories. And, yeah, man, so in a small town like that, man, it's like shoulder to shoulder gangs galore, whores and more, campfires, fire pit, fire up some s'mores. I said campfire, fire pit, fire up some s'mores. Y'all don't know what s'mores are, huh? Who? What country? What country? Man, if you want, you can leave comments on this show, man. Let me know what country you're from. If you're a fan of this fucking show, if I can, I will give you a shout out, man. And let me know if you've heard of s'mores. Don't look it up. Don't look up s'mores, okay? Don't Google it. S as in Sierra, M as in Michael, O, R, E as in Echo. S'more. Man, we used to sit there and fucking hook up the s'mores, man. Take the little stick, pull out the little pocket knife, get the fucking, you know what I'm saying? Get to wood turning and shit. Dip the little fire stick in the fire pit. Pull a little Frankfurter out, you know? Pull out a little Frankfurter. I said a Frankfurter. Pull out. Shout outs to Snow Billy, shout outs to Snow Billy and his Frank stand. Yo, man, Snow Billy be having me. Man, I like Snow Billy, man. I like that dude, man. You know, Snow Billy's really grown in popularity, man. He's a likable guy, man. He's the one that brought 6ix9ine to the table, man. And you know, someone, man, who's from United Blood Nation, man, since their gang is the same nation as ours and shit. I like Snow Billy, man. Snow Billy, man, he seemed like a good dude. He really does, man. And he's funny too, man. Like, I'll be watching his shit every night. But I gotta say, man, what's up with Jack Frost, man? Like, I look, man, I don't dislike Jack. I was watching Jack's show, man, and it's kind of, I don't know, I wouldn't say it's uncorroborated, but I heard that Jack Frost had made a comment that was interpreted by some as being racist and shit. And I got to ride with Jimmy Jams. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jimmy Jams is the mams. You know what I'm saying? That's the dude, man. Shout outs to Jimmy Jams. Jams TV. But I mean, I was rocking with BBN too, man. Jack Frost. But then people were alleging that Jack Frost went the route of Flavor Flav. I don't know if it's true. I hope Jack Frost ain't smoking. You know, I just hope so. Because, man, Jack Frost has a good thing, I think, going. With his, you know, Bronx Broadcasting Network, BBN. You know what I'm saying? Big B's, homie. But, and man, he's had some really good content on the show, man. Like when he was talking to Fubanga, man, from federal prison and shit. And Fubanga, you know, said that fucking Shotty's a narc and narked on him and shit. And that Fubanga has paperwork to substantiate that with his attorney lawyer. And that Shotty had filled in the gaps with law enforcement. You know, that they had no idea or knowledge thereof because of these knowledge gap holes and shit. And so Shotty went out of his way to talking about Kafon Jordan, went out of his motherfucking way to fill in the blanks for the feds and snitched on Fubanga. I was like, yo, that's how we only got 15 fucking years in prison in my fucking expert opinion. But of course, his attorney's like, my client hasn't snitched on anyone. Yeah, right, motherfucker. And I'm supposed to believe you. So, you know, man, just dirty fucking business, man. So, back where I'm from, right? So we're rocking to Kid Rock, ICP. We're like, yo, this is dope. These guys call themselves ICP. We've got ICM under our nation. You know what I'm saying? Criminal Alliance 495. You know what I'm saying? 495 is a division of CA. 495 has its own nation now. 495 also has a place at the CA table. Okay? So, Criminal Alliance also consists of 495. There's the 12-3 division. That is LC for Lethal Crew. So there's LC, which is 12-3. There's DIE Deep in Everett, which is 495. I'm part of 495, and it's like I'm trying to fucking, and I'm like stumbling on my words. DIE, which is alphanumerically 495, is also part of CA. A lot of different divisions of CA. And then, like I said, 495 has its own nation now, so we're our own nation. But at the same time, I come from UBN, United Blood Nation. So we're rocking at the time, the homies and I, when before DIE was 495. There's this similarity between Paris, which was the album that I had before Esham, and then Esham. Esham talks about the Black Devil, right? That's his like persona, like coming from like Detroit, right? And then you have this black scholar, right? Militant at the time, at least in the context of the rap. And this is Paris. The devil made me do it. And you're like, huh, what an interesting parallel. Now keep in mind, Paris is talking about the devil as in like the white man, right? I'm just saying, you know, because that's a barb, that's a derogatory term that blacks would in the past use against people who they consider to be part of the white oppressive, that is the oppressor establishment, the man. You guys know who the man is, right? The white man. Back in the day, that's what people would say. I'm not saying that's the case. I'm saying everyone is equal in society. Racially speaking, all humans were created equally. I'm saying genetically, that is, we all have DNA as opposed to something else. At least that's what we've been told. So, so Paris is, you know, has this album, The Devil Made Me Do It. Esham, who calls himself the Black Devil, has an album called Booming Words from Hell. So, you know, we're kids, man. This shit is like, it's like, they're like video games, man. Every time we see an album, we're like, yo, what's this new one? So we go to pick it up, right? And we go to pick this shit up, man. And as we pick it up, man, we play it, and there's some new world that, you know, that pops up out of a hologram and is like, we're immersed in this new thing, right? It's just like you play a video game from like Nintendo called Ghosts and Goblins, right? So kids are playing this fucking Ghosts and Goblins game. And that's the game, you know, for like the month or 2 or 3, right? So for like the whole quarter, there's this game called Ghosts and fucking Goblins. And it's all about Ghosts and Goblins. When you go to school, right? What are you talking about? You're talking about Ghosts and Goblins. Oh yeah, you know, on this one level, you do this and you get the little magic charm, and then you could go down the little elevator shaft, and man, you could find the little treasure chest, and there's a skeleton, and you gotta like saw his head off with the fucking, you know, machete, and then, you know what I'm saying? And then there's like a key inside, and then that it unlocks this shit, and then there's a chick that jumps out and gives you a blowjob. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, it's all about Ghosts, and that doesn't happen in Ghosts and Goblins too, by the way. By the way, this show is for an adult audience, and it is absolutely check-boxed as explicit. So the point is, every time you get a fucking new game, that would become your world, right? And then the next thing you know, you're playing another game, and then everyone's talking about, hey man, you know, on Metroid, oh yeah, everybody's playing Metroid. Dude, I was just playing Metroid 2 minutes ago. Really? At school? Well, no, but pretty much. And you're just like, but that's, how are you playing? What I'm saying, dude, is I've been playing like Metroid every day. It's like in my head, it's like I'm playing Metroid. Oh, okay, yeah, well, so You know the little secret, up, up, down, down, left, right, select BA start, right? Yeah, dude, and it gives you whatever, special, whatever, extra, forever lives or some shit, right? So that became your world, man. You'd be talking about Metroid. When Paris dropped, my crew, it was all the devil made me do it. We're walking down the street. We've got our like militant shit going on, but we're not black militants. We're just, everything, man. Black kid, white kid, Jewish kid, Muslim kid, Irish kid, mixed kid, Spanish speaking kid, Mexican American kid. I say Spanish speaking because my homie Arndog, shout outs to the nigga Flash. I call him nigga because where I come from, we all talk like that. Everyone's like, what's up, nigga? We don't trip. It ain't offensive where I come from. You'll hear Mexican Americans, Hispanics, Latinos, Spanish speakers, Asian Americans, black Americans, white Americans. Everyone where I come from is like, yo, what up, nigga? And it's not disrespectful. No, we're not offended by it. No one gives a fucking shit where I come from. That's just how we goddamn talk. It's called the motherfucking West Coast. You dig? So, but out on the East Coast and in the Midwest, they're like, I'm kind of offended. Like, you can't use that word, but he can. Well, why can't he use it? Well, look at his skin color. And I'm like, yeah, look at yours, motherfucker. So what? Shut the fuck up, man. So, you got those sensitive jakes. They're all sensitive and shit. They're all thought police, fucking reverse racist thought police, wanna be fucking police, junior FBI, brownie point ass, thought control, wanna be motherfucker. Don't tell me what the fuck to say, boy. Yeah. So anyway, and I still don't get it. They still got movies. I don't understand why someone doesn't just like let it out. Like on the West Coast, people say nigga all the time. And it's not even offensive. It actually is cool. And it actually means well. No, it's not derogatory. Yes, it's derived from the one that's bad, but it doesn't mean bad. It means good. Okay? I'll give you another example. Valentine's Day? I think Valentine's Day, they went around and chopped babies' heads off or something and did some like sacrificial blood ritual, killed a bunch of virgins and some satanic shit. But now it's a fucking holiday where you give your loved one chocolates and fucking bows and ribbons and cards and gifts and shit. Oh yeah, no, it's hey, what are you saying, Valentine's Day? Motherfucker, what you trying to say to me? You saying Valentine's Day? Motherfucker, you racist ass motherfucker. It's like, what you talking about, dude? I just said, man, fuck you with all that pagan shit, man. I know what you're talking about. I'm like, nah, dude, I'm just talking about Valentine's Day, dog. The happy shit, man, fuck you, dog. I know what you're really trying to say. Just really trying to say happy Valentine's Day, motherfucker. What's your problem? It's the same thing, these people. Yeah, it's not okay for those people to use the word nigga. It's like, man, shut your fucking stupid trap, boy. People out west use the word nigga and they will never fucking ever stop. We like to say it. It's what the fuck we say. It's where we come from and it's what we're about and it means something good. Like Tupac said, never ignorant, getting goals accomplished. Come on, man. What's bad about that? That's good. So, so when we were rocking, man, with the whole Paris era, right? Man, we weren't Black Panthers because we're all colors, right? But we had our fucking militia shit down pat. And we just be out there, man, in Paris. And be like, yo, play the boombox, dog. Dude, hit the little play button and shit. Be like, enter a new dimension. No. He says enter a new realm. Yeah, that's what he says. A new realm. Sorry, Paris. A new realm, a new dimension. Now pay close attention. Or is it just pay close? I pay close attention and witness knowledge born on the microphone for the people that I call my own. Man, come on, yo, dude, we had the black hooded sweat jackets, the black ball caps, the black dicky pants, the all black Adidas, not with the white stripes. We had those too. Black on black on black. And then all you'd see is in white D.I.E. Man, deep in Everett, Posse. Dude, we had the shirts monogrammed and everything. I'd take off the hooded sweat jacket. I'd have the shirt. On the front, it says D.I.E. On the back, it said D.I.E. Posse. Shit. Black flags and every motherfucking thing. Yeah, some of the cats we rolled with had blue flags. For those of y'all out there counting the beans, you're listening like, come on, Grove. Come on, Grove. You had a blue flag. Yes, I had a blue fucking flag. But listen, I'm honest. I'm honest, like Tekashi 6ix9ine honest. I was never Crip, dog. Was never Crip. Never got beat into Crip. Never went through the ritual. I thought about it. I know a lot of Crips. They know my history. They joke about it sometimes. Grove, you tripping, man. You was cripping in that photo. Look, man, I was rocking blue. This ain't no secret. I've color corrected some of the. I've gone back and color corrected some of them photos. But the homies, man, listen. The Samoan homies, the homies from Mad Dog Pack, the homies from UBN, RIP, Solo. You know what I'm saying? That was the homie. And everyone knows that I truly mean that, man. I used to play sports with Solo, one of the fastest dudes in the city. You know what I'm saying? One of the best football players ever, man. And a leader. That was my dude. You know? Same with Kevin Burns, man. Little man. You know? Shout outs, man. RIP, man. Kevin Burns, you know what I'm saying? Little man and Solo. You know what I'm saying? The homie, the big homie. KB wasn't my big homie. You know what I'm saying? Because Kevin and I were the same age. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, Solo was slightly older than me. You know what I'm saying? So Solo is the big homie. You feel that? And he and his family, man, La Familia, they brought me into UBN. You know what I'm saying? And so that being said, man, all my homies, man, Lloyd, George, Dave, Trevor, you know what I'm saying? AKA Spank motherfucking T. The homie Mr. Broccoli Landers. You know, man, Everett Peanut, you know, cause we roll with some dudes that were I mean, man, we know all kinds of different sets, man. Lime hoods, treetop, you know, Pyrus, different Pyru sets, Cedars, fucking Bounty Hunter Bloods, East the homies from Tacoma, you know what I'm saying? But the one homie switched up. I won't say what organization he's with now, but you know, shout outs to the homeboys, you know what I'm saying? The niggas from Tacoma, you know, East Side, you know what I'm talking about, man. Half Dead and Half Pint, you know, those were my dudes, man. And but I'm just saying, Half Pint, man, you know, switched it up. But, you know, hey, man, to each his or her own. But growing up, man, those were the homies. And so many of them, man. The homie Pokey, the homie, you know what I'm saying? Brandon. And, man, the homie Frog. And, I mean, it's just, man, it goes on, man. I could just keep naming names like all fucking day, man. But, man, the homie Tone, shit, man. I mean, it's endless, man. It's the lineage, man, of the West fucking Coast, man, and where I come from. And, excuse me. Real fucking Tizoc, though, man. When I was out there, man, as a youth, Paris was a big part of our movement because we listened to that sound, that music, and how it had that, like, driving, like, riveting, like, suspenseful, like, thunderous bass, like, you know? And it was just like, yeah, we're feeling this shit. And it was organized, you know what I mean? Like, the way he was breaking shit down. Now, keep in mind, we're not on any racial shit, but his system of, like, community, like, base policing, you know, like, you police your own fucking community. That's what we would do, man. we'd be out on the block and shit with binoculars and fucking rifles. Like, what's up? What's popping? You know what I'm saying? Like, real talk. Have a nigga up on the rooftop type shit. I'm being fucking serious. Man, when the block is hot, the block is hot. Feds is listening, nigga. The one thing I used to use the word the bomb. I don't say that anymore, man. I just realized, I'm like, when I came out when I was in the Midwest and I was on the East Coast, I was like, cause everything's the bomb. Motherfuckers go out, hey, yo, let's go to the liquor store and get some drink. Okay, what you finna get? Oh, man, this one right here is the bomb. It's like, right, everyone's the bomb, bro. You ate something, it's the bomb. You bought that clothing, that piece of clothing, it's the bomb. Look at these shoes, it's the bomb. Look at my hat, it's the bomb. Smoke this bud, it's the bomb. It's like everything's the bomb, dude. It's fucking corny. Why do we say that? Why do they to this day, man? I saw that shit on social media. She's like, yeah, it's the bomb. And I was like, oh my God. Whew, glad I moved to the East Coast. That shit is cornball. Choose a different word, okay? I mean, do something funny, like on fleek. That shit is equally as ridiculous, but at least you're not saying da bomb. Everything's the bomb. Oh yeah, I just sexed down this, females. Like a lot of females like to use that word. I just sexed down this dude. Oh man, he was the bomb. It's like, shut up, bitch. That's corny. Really? I mean, a nigga will say the same. Yeah, man, I just sexed down this chick, man. She was the bomb. That pussy was the bomb. It's like, that's how you describe everything. Everything's the bomb. Right. Cornball. But, that's what they do out there, man. That's their thing. That's their lingo. And, I was about to say I can't knock it, but I just did. Switch it up every once in a while, man. Add some new vocab, you know what I'm saying, to your list. And then when Paris, when Esham rolled out, it's a whole different universe, man. On some totally different shit. Man, I used to have the ball cap that said Hex. 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 Shit got dark for a minute, man. I'm talking about really fucking dark. And, dude, when you listen to Esham every single day for 5 years straight, beginning at the age of 15, you might think about dark things from time to time that involve satanic practices. I'm just saying, rolling through the streets with an Uzi, with the flames of hell in the background and a fucking inverted upside down pentagram on your ball cap, dog. I don't know, dude. That shit was maniac nuts. But yeah, that was a whole era. And that's what we were doing out west, man. I had the one rap when we did Creeping Out of the Darkness. Creeping out of the darkness, ally you can't see, blinded by the lifetime two-face reality, creeping up out of the darkness. That was our jam, man. And that's the way that we were fucking feeling back then. So I said, let me see, how did my rap start? I said, because we recorded that at Jimmy Free Recordings in Shoreline, Washington. I went in, I put in with Desmond R. Reynolds. Desmond had been out here on the East Coast. He and I went half and half. Yeah, we went half and half. We put out the cassette tape. We went to, what was the name of that fucking tape company in Seattle? Before Disc Makers. Was it Martin? What the fuck was the name of that place in Seattle? It was dope, man. We went there, man, and we got our shit packaged. Something free? No, Jimmy Free. Jimmy Free Recordings. That I'm clear on that, man. Shout outs to Jimmy Free and Shoreline. Sean was the engineer, and they worked on projects, man. They had Microsoft folks that would come there and do CD-ROM projects and shit. So, what the fuck was the name of that place in Seattle? I want to say it's Martin Audio. Martin Audio? Is that what it was? At any rate, man, we had cause Lot, that is Loot Money, he says, he says, no. Tot, not lot. Lot is loot money. Tot is caught. I'm sorry. Tot is Tot Carlo, also known as Tot Loon. Lot is loot money. Gotta like get the names of like fellow rappers like right. Anyway, I think it was called Martinadia, man. I'm pretty sure it was called fucking Martinadia. I'll have to look it up. But anywho, yeah. So my verse, we had the album cover where it was the Puget Sound, and then it showed the city of Everett where it was gone. It was like where Everett was, like the EVT, dog, the city of Eville. Yeah, E-Town. Did I ever tell y'all I'm from E-Town? Did I ever tell y'all that I'm from Eville? Did I ever tell y'all that I've been to the dark side of the riverside, dog? That's real shit, though. Facts. So yeah, man. So the thing is that in the rap, loot, oh, God damn it, tot, loon, not lot. Okay. Tot Loon says, slowly born into a world non-existent. Born into a world non-existent. I think actually loot money may make a reference to a city that does not exist. I think they both do, because that was our thing. The non-existent city. Because, dude, Everett is a trip. It is on some parallel dimensional shit, to be honest. And the fact that it's called Everett, I know there are a lot of Everetts. I know that there are a lot of Everetts. The Everett that I'm talking about is evil as fuck. Okay? They even had feds go in to there, and there's some like X-Files, which happens to be filmed in, it takes place in Seattle. It's filmed in Canada. I'm not spitting because of Canada. I love Canada. I'm spitting because I fucking wanted and needed to spit. But yeah, so X-Files, dude, it takes place in Washington State, right? They had this place called the Maltby Cemetery, 13 Steps to Hell. There was some weird interdimensional shit going on, so the feds went in and like bulldozed it and like, yeah, cause that shit, and you can read about that. Real world X-Files, man. Something paranormal there. And then there's all kinds of other paranormal shit going on in the Puget Sound and Pacific Northwest and Washington State. And people who live there, they know what I'm talking about. So Eastern Washington, there are orbs. I don't know where they come from, but they're there. And that's real shit. I'm talking about orbs that float and fly, and they can be seen, and they've been video taped and viewed and witnessed. And I came into close proximity to 3 of them. That's the number after 2. So, but yes, there's weird shit, man. In that area in Everett is evil. So, I mean, even the late Shoon, R.I.P., man, Shoonie Barnes, he even says, man, something to the effect of, I don't remember the line exactly perfectly, but he says something like, the city of E, the little, he says something like Everett, something EVT, E-Town, Eville, something, yo, the town is haunted, or some shit like that, dude. Every time I play that shit, man, I get goosebumps. I just got goosebumps because he's fucking right. This shit he was right, man. R.I.P., man. Shoon. Bro, the city is fucking haunted. I even, man, listen, I read this story, man, in the book of paranormal, in the book of paranormal, and they were saying that I'm sorry, the Encyclopedia of Paranormal Activity is what I'm referring to, and they were saying in that and what they were saying was that is that the they were saying that is no, No, we're going to pick up on the next episode.